a 4.6 magnitude earthquake hit off the coast of France, northwest French coast. It's an area, as we can see here, of historic seismicity. We know that France has moderate earthquakes. They rarely occur in France. In November 2019, two earthquakes measuring 5.1, 5.7 were detected in southern France. Those were the areas around Marseille, and we were told that France cracked there. And this was what would have been an over 7 magnitude quake on the west coast of California. That's how terrible that earthquake was. We usually get earthquakes around the Alps towards Switzerland. This one was off the coast, as we'll see. Now, the agency, USGS, said that it registered the quake 105 kilometers or 65 miles southeast of the town of Douarnenez, or as we would know, Nantes in France. The epicenter was located at a depth of only 2 kilometers or 1.2 miles. No reports of casualties or damage because of the earthquake. Of course, no tsunami warning. This is the area of it, as we can see. And as you can see there, that coast sloughs off into a deeper part of the Atlantic Ocean. And the coastline north of that is the coast of England. Here we are on Volcano Discovery. We're talking about today's earthquakes, and this is our France earthquake. And it's 67 kilometers off Lanverne, 4.6. They have it here at a 10-kilometer depth, but it was about 2 miles down, according to the 1.2 miles down. Now, let's take a look at the map. Okay, I've pinpointed it here on Google Earth. This is the area just, oh, sorry, it came off. Where is it? Let's put it back in again. Sorry. There it is. 4.6. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, I thought I had it in. Okay, let's, as you can see here, this is the coast of France, and it's about at the edge of the bay, the Bay of Biscay, and this is, of course, an area of the Mid-Atlantic Ridge. We've had a tremendous amount of earthquakes, and I've tried to post the videos on that lately. Even in Iceland, we know Iceland is a magma plume, it's a hot spot there, and we've had a tremendous, we've even have a warning of Iceland volcanoes refilling and eruption looming. Oh, sorry, this area here is the Azores. The Azores are volcanic islands, and the Canary Islands right here. And this is the area of our, put it back in, this is our quake right here. Now, last year's quake was around here, Marseille, at the foot of the Alps, and that was an area that they said cracked France. And that 5.9 followed with a 5.1 was a crack. They said that was due. They said they thought it was from a quarry, but it was a crack that would have been the size of a 7-point-something plus magnitude earthquake in California. And at that time, we also had earthquakes around here last year, around this area here. I remember we did some videos concerning the Morocco. These are the Atlas Mountains of Morocco. So this is our area, and unfortunately, the USGS has not flanked it. They have something here that took place a couple of days back, a 3.4, and we're looking at that to describe the, this is a map of the tectonic plates. Okay, this is our area here. The historic seismicity right here is where we've had our earthquake again today. Okay, let's go back to our description of the geology of the area, and then we'll go into the volcanoes. Mediterranean region, seismically active. We even had the 5.1 earthquake in Turkey. We had the earthquakes in Crete, south of Crete, right here. Okay, the 5.2, and the earthquakes in Crete, they're still going on, 4.8, they're pretty strong. This is a volcanic area. We've had the earthquake in Albania, north of Greece, the Romania earthquake, 4.5, in an area of the Carpathian Mountains and volcanic region, and this one here in the Alps as well. And our earthquake today is right here. They haven't pinned that yet. So this is what's going on there. It's the closure of the Tethys Sea, which is today the Mediterranean Sea. It's the African plate smashing into and subducting underneath the Eurasian plate. And that is what we have. We seem to have a lot of activity here. We have had a tremendous amount of large earthquakes, the biggest being about 7.5, the Lisbon earthquake and tsunami that took place. But let's go to the volcanoes. The volcanoes of France. France has volcanoes. It sure does. One of them is Puy de Sancy in the central area of France, let alone, of course, the Alps, but there's a couple of volcanoes around here. This one here, the highest mountain in the Massif Central, an ancient stratovolcano, part of an ancient stratovolcano, inactive for about 220,000 years, used for skiing, cable cars, the ski lifts and everything. The valley to the north is also the source of two streams called the Dor and the Dong, which unite to form the Dordogne River, flowing through a near spa town of Mont d'Or. So whenever you have spas, of course, you have hot water, means that you have magma underneath. Okay, obviously. Now, what else? Do they have other volcanoes? Yes, they have the Puy de Dôme. That's another volcano which is a lot lower. And that's the Puy de Dôme right there. That's a nice picture of it. And a lava dome, one of the youngest volcanoes in the Chaîne de Pie region of the Massif Central. Again, it's in central France, as you can see. Of course, they're not on the coast of France, but they're in the central region of France. This chain of volcanoes include numerous cinder cones, lava domes. Okay, let's go down. We can't go down. Okay. And Mars. Okay. As far as the edge of any tectonic plate, Puy de Dôme was created by the Pelian eruption some 11,000 years ago. Puy de Dôme is approximately 10 kilometers, 6 miles from Clermont-Ferrand, and it's named after the volcano. And another one, yet another one, is this one, Puy de Vichâtel. Puy de Vichâtel, again, according to Wikipedia. Another beautiful picture of it. This is in French. It's a volcano in the Puy chain, the Massif Central. Again, it's in the area that we said before, in the central area. It's situated near the commune of Aidat, in the central area, and it's near the areas of the Auvergne volcanoes. Again, in the central area, the Auvergne volcanoes in the central area of France. And Chaîne de Puy, these are all the geological cinder cones and volcanoes in the Chaîne de Puy in alphabetical order. Okay, these are all the things that we have here in the central area, which are volcanic. So this is it. Going back to another one, I thought I had it, but Puy de Vichâtel. We saw that one already, didn't we? Yes, we did. I thought we did. And yes, we just saw that one. Auvergne, Puy de Dôme we saw, and other one, Auvergne. Okay, this is the Puy de Sancy we saw before, didn't we? Puy de Sancy, again, it's in the central area, right there, Puy de Sancy. All these volcanoes are there. This is the stratovolcano, has been inactive for about 220,000 years, as we said before. So, even though these are in the central part, where we don't have a tectonic plate, we see, of course, that's the volcanoes that are the area that has been, of course, squashed because of the closure of the Tethys Sea and the mountain formation in this area. So the French people there must have been really, we don't have anything reported as of how many people felt the shaking because USGS didn't put it up yet. Anyway, that's what's going on there. And we have had areas where in the past we've had earthquakes we had seen earthquake faults that range from here, like they go like this. They go northwest, southeast, northwest, ranging like this, like fingers from France into England. And let's remember, okay, we saw that we had spas in France, but we also have many areas in England, Bath hot springs, for example, Leamington Spa hot springs. These are areas where we have hot springs from antiquity. Even the Romans that had conquered Britain, they had constructed hot spring baths in this area. Okay, so yes, they're hot springs because they have magma underneath. Even the Isle of Man, the Isle of Minoa, these were, as we had a video before stating that these had ancient Greek names for some reason. The Isle of Man is a volcanic island. And also we know that these areas here are a series of 5 volcanoes here, very old volcanoes. And also we know that Scotland, with the Highlands of Scotland, has a supervolcano as well, an old ancient supervolcano. And this thing here, remember that thing there? Since we're here on the map, why not? Let's go into that. That is an asteroid impact site. That thing there. That thing there is a very, very deep hole, and it's an asteroid, the Ullapool asteroid impact site. And how big is that? Let's see, in miles, it's about almost 4 miles across. Okay, that's an impact site. We have a lot of scars on Earth because of our impact craters, and that's one of them. And as you can see here, these seem to be some kind of undersea volcanoes. And that's our position, Celtic Sea and the Bay of Biscayne. That's where we had our earthquake today, off the coast of France. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.